Hi there and welcome to today's video, which is part 2 of how to hire great therapists for your massage business. So if you've already seen part 1, you'll know that we covered the hiring process, which involved things like figuring out what would a good therapist want to come work for you in this tough hiring environment, because it is hard to find therapists right now. Whether we hire for attitude over experience, what to have ready before you put your advertisement up looking for a therapist, how to find therapists, like where you would advertise, following up with applications. And then we kind of run out of time because we still needed to cover things like interview questions for your massage therapist, which I'm going to cover today. I'm also going to cover today onboarding for your new team members and retaining your new team members. You have to do a lot to retain good staff. I'm going to cover that today. So just quickly, if you don't know anything about me and you haven't watched any of my videos before, my wife and I run a 9-therapist massage salon in Australia. And the purpose of these videos is just to help other massage therapists, because I believe we need to help more people in the massage industry because therapists do such an amazing job. So talking about hiring, I will say not everyone has the goal of hiring a team, but I found early on I wanted to build a team, build a business, build an asset that I could sell eventually, and I could have more freedom and time and income, which I have achieved those things. But some people just want to stay a solo therapist, and that is 100% fine. If that's you and you never want to hire, then this video is not for you. But if one day you might think you want to grow a business, or you want to have a second or third therapist helping you just to give you some more income and freedom, then this video is going to be very valuable. So I recommend grab a pen and paper and take notes and watch it back if you have to. So let's get into the questions, okay? So you've done all the whole process to hire. You've got some people in for your interview, right? You've done your pre-interview, your 15-minute phone interview, which I highly recommend. Ask a few questions, see if they're the right fit to get in for a full interview. And now they're sitting in front of you and you don't know what questions to ask, okay? So these are just some ideas of questions that we use for our interviews. And I'll go through each question and I'll explain why we ask. Question 1, what was your previous employer like and why did you leave? Okay, this question is basically just to see if they give a negative answer, because we want positive people in our work environment. Okay, so a red flag here would be if they start bagging out their previous employer. Okay, so we just kind of want positive answers for this one. Okay, another question is, what are your top 3 personal values? Okay, we need to see alignment with their values and our values, and that will give you a higher chance of equating to a positive long-term work partnership together. Another question is, what have been the top 3 highlights of your massage career so far? This is for them to just talk themselves up. What are 3 goals you want to achieve for your career? Okay, so we personally like to build a team of therapists who want to improve, okay, who have a positive growth mindset, okay? We want people who have goals, who have career goals, because we want to help them get there and we can both help each other along the way. Next is, what is one thing you are working on improving in your skills, okay? Same kind of thing. We're looking for those positive growth-minded people who want to improve, because we have a goal in our business to be the best, okay? And to be the best, you have to always improve. So we want people who want to take on feedback and training and are happy to improve. Some people aren't, and that's cool. They just want to turn up to a job and be normal and average, and that's fine. We just want the best people. When it comes down to it, guys, businesses is just about people. You have better people in your business, you have better skills, you have better processes, procedures, and the people execute those things, you're going to have a successful business. Next is, what are your favorite treatments to do? And then we have, who in the industry do you learn off, or what resources such as books or courses have you completed? Once again, this is about that growth mindset. What do you like or dislike about where you're working now? This is very similar to question 1. Have you built any clientele yourself? Okay, we want people, like, we have ads that can fill up our therapists, but we want to know a therapist can at least keep some of those clients and build a clientele, okay? They need to have some skills. We can train a lot, but yeah, we want at least some skills that we can work with. Do you have a professional Facebook page or Instagram? And like, this is because we want to see like if they're going to be a good fit for us. Describe your work ethic. Have you ever been asked to do a job you didn't want to do? How did you handle it? Have you ever had an unhappy client? How did you handle the situation? This is Just basic seeing where their customer service skills are at, if their attitude's good. Next question is, what do you need to think of this as a long-term job location? This is to see if what they need, we can provide, okay? Because we want long-term team members, okay? We want to know that we can provide them what they need. What hours are you looking for? This is important because we might not have hours available that they want to do. If they want specific hours, we might already have therapists who have that time. What do you love most about your job and the industry? Okay, this is where you can tell how passionate they are. What motivates you in your career? Okay, we want motivated people. How do you feel about sales and upselling? Okay, a lot of people are scared to sell. They think it's just taking advantage of people, but if you do it right, sales is just all about helping people. That is the main thing that sales is, and they have to be okay with that because we want to help our clients as much as possible, and we need our therapists to be open to sales. Do you have a valid driver's license? What does a team player mean to you? Things like that, okay? Have you ever been unhappy in a workplace that caused you to leave? Was there anything that they could have done to keep you? When are you working at your best, and what would we need to keep you motivated? This is just more of those recapping those other questions in a different way, so they might give us a different answer to some of those earlier questions. Okay, that is kind of some of the questions. What you do there is you don't just get the answer. You can use follow-up questions as well with that. So it's not just rattling off questions. You might ask a question. They'll give you an answer. You follow up with that. And it's good to write the answers down so you can compare and score people, score applicants against the values and the outcomes you're looking for in a new team member. I just want to take a second to ask you for a small favor. If you're finding this video helpful, if you could just tap the like button underneath it, I'd be really grateful. That will tell the YouTube algorithm to share this video with more massage therapists around the world. And hopefully that will help them all earn more income, which is what they deserve. Thanks for helping. Okay, next we get to onboarding. You've selected your new team member, okay? Onboarding. It's going to be different in every country with the specifics of the documents that you need, but I'm just going to give a broad outline of the kind of documents and things that you need to do to onboard a new team member, okay? You should have a checklist of this too. We have a checklist. So you need to receive a copy of their qualifications, insurances, and identification. You need to send and receive signed employment offer, contracts or agreements. You need to get their uniform size and their uniform sorted. You need to provide relevant government employment and workplace safety documents to your new team member. In Australia, we have to send a bunch of those things to each new team member. You need to get their tax file number forms signed and returned. That's just a government thing that we have in Australia. I'm sure you have it in other countries. It might be called something different. You need to sort out their retirement fund. We call it superannuation in Australia. So those forms need to be filled out. So the employer has to know where to send their retirement contribution. You need to set the new team member up in your booking system. You need to set them up in your payroll system as well. If you have automated payroll system, which you should, which saves time. We use Xero, Xero. It is an automated payroll and bookkeeping system. It's awesome. You should have a team and employee handbook that has all of the rules and some trainings in there and what you expect from people and all that kind of stuff. I will probably do a different video on that, with an outline for a team handbook if you want. If you want that, comment under the video if you would like to see that. If I don't get many comments, I probably won't do it. But if you are keen, let me know. Next is initial onboarding trainings for customer service rebookings, okay? What I would suggest if you are hiring a new team member is to have a lot of your onboarding trainings, your basic introductory trainings, done already on a video, like using video recording software like Loom or something, where you can do that basic training and they can watch the videos and then you can speak to them to continue their training, but they've at least already got the basics down and it didn't cost you hours of your time, okay? That helps too. Okay, that's it for that. Last thing I'm going to cover is retention, okay? Team member retention. It's super important to do what you can to retain team members because if you've got a good team member, you want to keep them. It's a tough market to get good staff. Second of all, it's time consuming and costly with staff turnover, okay? So I'll keep this quick because we're already at around 12 minutes. So retention, here's a couple key points that we focus on. One is continued communication. Two-way communication is key, okay? So it's not just you telling your team what to do. It's two-way communication. communication. And this is you providing feedback to your team and communication around the business, and them being able to give you feedback on what they need to succeed. Okay. So, we have fortnightly team meetings. Okay. We get the whole team in, but then we have that's just more for communication about what's happening in the business and to ask questions at the end. And we get feedback in a group situation, but one-on-one, important too. Okay. We try to meet at least once a month, just a quick sit down chat where, we can let them know how they're going in certain areas and get information back with how they think they're going. And then we also have quarterly proper performance evaluations. We have a proper form that we fill out where we can show exactly how they're going with all their figures, with all their goals that they're trying to achieve, where we think we need them to improve, what they would like to see from us to help them succeed. So it's a two-way thing. Incentive structure. You need a good incentive structure for retention. You need to pay well. That's why you need a successful business. You need to have your marketing down pat. You need to high-priced service offering in the market. You have to be a high-end service, particularly get paid. You have to charge more than most people in your industry because you have to pay your staff well to keep them, okay? That's why you need good marketing. You need to know all about business, customer service, sales, all that kind of stuff. So your business can earn more, you can pay your staff more. We have sales incentives. So when people sell a certain amount of things, they get a commission, etc. That's important for a little bit of extra earnings. Regular trainings is important too. You want to keep people by upskilling them. You need to have your team members with great skills, but the right team members will stay to learn. Okay, so you need to have those regular trainings coming in to your team. Staff social events are also great. You can have proper nights out with drinks. You can have daytime things like bowling or family get-togethers or whatever you want. It just depends. You can have them quarterly. You can have them monthly. You can have them however you want. But those things are really important to build team morale outside the workplace, and people can talk, build bonds, stuff like that. And they want to stay at work because they like the people they're working with. The other cool little things that you might consider, which we do, are like little gifts, food brought into the team, like treats and stuff like that once a week. These are just little things, little ideas. Oh, and birthdays, things like that. Bring cakes in for birthdays. That's it. I want to leave the video there because it's gone on longer than I usually like these videos, but hopefully I've given a lot of value in this video. If you have enjoyed the video, if you have thought I've provided value, drop a like and let me know if you enjoyed it. Let me know what you got out of it that you enjoyed the most, what was most valuable to you, and if you want me to do a video about what we include in our team member handbook. Apart from that, have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video.